Hello everybody and welcome to Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, Episode 2, Anime Review. This week's episode was more good old goodness. It's weird to say this, but the majority of this episode revolved around Miyuki's birthday and basically all around it. You had the pre-birthday bit with the present finding, then you have the actual birthday itself with the Ace Attorney Danganronpa-esque court case, which was, I thought that was pretty funny personally, and then you had the fallout. Actually no, they don't get quite as close as you might think they've gotten from this little situation. Of course, it was very, very good, and as of now, like where we are now, I haven't heard the next episode's delayed, so that's good, because boy, that's happening a lot this week. So I'm glad it's not happened yet for Kaguya-sama. Unless it has and I've missed it. Of course, that would suck. But anyway, let's jump into the episode properly, see how it all went down and everything. Let's do this. First section of the episode, the girls go window shopping. I thought window shopping was where you don't buy anything. But they were buying things, you know. The girls in this case consisted of Kaguya, Chika, Sister Chika, and Kei, who is Miyuki's sister, in case you forgot that. Basically, Kaguya wants to talk to Kei a lot because, hey, I can find out what he wants for his birthday, considering I haven't got him a present yet, which probably should have done that already, to be honest. You're quite close to the day. Then we have a bit of Chika's sister being just the scariest person I've ever met. Like, she's talking to Kaguya and it's just like, yeah, I want to lock this person in a room and do this and that to him. And I'm like, how could you be related to Chika? She's like the purest soul ever, and you're a scary lady, Sister Chika's sister, whatever I called you before. Eventually, after a bit of this and that, she ends up alone with Kei on a park bench, which is pretty entertaining. She strategically tries to ask what he wants for his birthday. Doesn't go too well. Kei does a whole lot of complaining about him, basically complaining that he's like a really nice guy and he gives her money. Like, geez, talk about ungrateful. God. But yeah, then after that, she saves a small child from hurting itself. I forget if it was a boy or a girl, so that's why I said it. Anyway, Kaguya gets into her head that she's just like Miyuki, which is not good for her, because then she starts seeing her as Miyuki and gets all flustered and embarrassed and everything. And then later on, the Chika sisters start hugging her, and then there's a group hug, and yeah, group hugs. Group hugs are good because Kei was like, let's hang out, just the two of us, like a dato. And at this point, Kaguya is still seeing her as Miyuki, so it was like Miyuki was saying it. It was funny. I thought it was pretty good. After their group hug, Kaguya's conclusion was, don't spend a lot of money on it because, you know, that's a waste of money or whatever. And then Hayasaka says, why don't you wrap yourself up and be the present yourself? And it's just like, it's pretty funny. Hayasaka is pure comedy. She is somehow with her super deadpan voice, she is just the best at delivering funny lines. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I think she's funny. She's a funny girl. So Kaguya's got the biggest birthday cake in the history of a lot made. It's a massive cake. It's more like a wedding cake, we discover. Well, not discover, but she mentions it later on. Yeah, it's a big old birthday cake. Hayasaka calls her an idiot, or a fool is I think actually what she calls her. It's the same thing, you know, really. She has this super high-pitched voice going on with a flower. She's like, oh, I'm so happy, you know, and it's like, it's pretty unnerving actually, because that's pretty creepy. Then she takes a second to stop and think, and she realizes, hang on a sec, that's a big old wedding cake. When I say this is on the day. This is right before she gets out of the closet to give it to him. So then she has an internal debate. It's full Kaguya, which is with the flower, versus Ice Queen Kaguya, which is the one with the hair down. And they have just a Danganronpa or Ace Attorney style debate. And it's pretty damn funny. Basically, I wrote a lot of notes down. She's still in denial, old Kaguya. Real Kaguya. Ice Queen Kaguya breaks the screen at one point. Is like, how? No, that's wrong, you know. And they bicker a little bit, not true love, and then full Kaguya throws some flowers to say like, hey, I want to go and do things with him. and all that. A lot of stuff going on. Then Child Kaguya shows up. Child Kaguya is the judge, and basically says, first, be the president yourself, like what Hayasaka said, and they're like, no, let's not do that. And then Child Kaguya's like, well, I'm not suitable for this, I'm a flipping child. You have to decide this yourself, real Kaguya. And then we go back to present day. She gets him to close his eyes, gets a slice of the cake out, which is a clever tactic, you know. Gives him the cake and gives him his present, which is a nice fan, and it's really nice. And like, she's all embarrassed, and he gets quite embarrassed a bit too. He's really happy. And then on her way out, she says, just don't open that closet, you know. And then in the little bit afterwards, they're like, they ate all that cake later on. They, I assume, being Hayasaka and Kaguya. Maybe they shared it with some other workforce people, you know, in her mansion, I assume. But yeah, that was a big old cake. Surprised they didn't get really fat after that, but hey-oh. Metabolism, am I right? But no, this was nice, this was sweet. Kaguya, both of them being really excited once they're out of each other's sight. That was pretty good. There was like a proverb or something written on the fan that she wrote herself, and I can't remember what it was. Forget it. It was something about being smart, I think. So yeah, happy birthday, Miyuki. Happy birthday. The next day, I believe it's the next day, Miyuki is wondering, hang on a sec, why did Kaguya celebrate it alone with just the two of us? I can use this to my advantage to get her to say that she likes me. So she does. Chika comes in, and, you know, he's doing, I got this from a friend, you know. Originally he's like, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm too nice, it wouldn't be right. So he's like, yeah, I won't do that. And Chika's like, hey, only Kaguya knew. You only told her. Do you like her or something? And then, because this was her plan, Kaguya had a plan herself, she told Chika about this beforehand, to do the flip side, try and get Miyuki to tell her he likes her. Basically they have the same plan but opposite, but Miyuki was too nice. Kaguya was not too nice. And yeah, Chika is getting on him a little bit, and then Miyuki counters. He's like, she told me, she found out last year, I didn't even tell her, so, you know, she's the one that didn't tell anyone really. And it's like, oh yeah, that's true. Kaguya, probably in a normal situation, could have a rebuttal, but she's distracted because Miyuki is fanning himself with her fan, and she's like, he's doing it, he's fanning the thing with it that I bought him, you know, or made. I wrote a thing on it, that counts. But yeah, then Miyuki recounts yesterday, the previous day, basically saying, yeah, it was sunset, it was all nice and everything, and Chika's like, oh, and Ishigami shows up and basically ruins everyone's plans, because he's like, oh yeah, I bought you a pen too, and then it's all like, oh, so Chika's the only one who didn't know his birthday, now she's the bad guy. And then she runs off all sad as Chika gets, and Kaguya basically tells Ishigami, good job, you bailed me out, but he's terrified because she's super happy, and he's just like, she's going to kill me in my sleep, which might happen, probably won't. Ishigami's the best. They're all the best. I love them all. They're all the greatest. But yeah, that was the end of episode 2. I enjoyed it a fair amount. Wondering when we're going to get the new characters showing up. They're like, you know, they're in the opening or whatever. But at the same time, Ishigami took a while to show up in season 1, so it's not like a big ol', oh man, they're going to take forever. You know, I'm sure it'll be here by the halfway point at least. But yeah, no, I liked the shopping trip. I was a bit not on. It was fine, but the middle bit with I liked the resolution of it with the cake, and then the final bit, it was back to Game of Wits. It was like, oh no, I'm gonna flip it on you, and then Ishigami ruined it. But I say ruined it. He made it funnier because then it made Chika look bad, which don't want Chika looking bad because she's like an angel. But come on, don't forget your friend's birthday. Ishigami was all like, well, yeah, it's common, it's normal to know, you know, your friend's birthday or whatever, and she's like, oh, yeah, poor Chika, poor Ishigami as well. He's gonna get one day. But anyway, yeah, that was the end of this week's episode. I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun. It was good. They also have these weird things, not weird things, but it was like stills of Miyuki and Kei talking like, well, yeah, well, the Kaguya gave me this fan. Well, Kaguya lets me call her by her first name. You know, that was good. A bit of a sibling rivalry because they don't get on. They get on, but they don't get on. If that makes sense. That's basically what them two are. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, so I guess I'll wrap this up here. Thank you, everybody, for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. It would help me out a lot. I will see you next week, hopefully. I haven't checked again, but last I checked it wasn't cancelled. So see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.